Alright guys, what's going on? Today I'm gonna share with you my thoughts about a topic you can relate to for sure. It's related to what's happening in the entire world at the moment. What if I tell you you will own nothing but you will be happy? Tell me in the comment below what it reminds you of, okay? It reminds me communism. Communism is when you work your butt off but you own nothing. And you're supposed to be happy, okay? My grandparents, they lived in communism and it sucks. It's when you are working, you are said, yeah, we are all equal, we should work hard for the nation and blah, 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 blah. And the state, a few people in fact, they accumulate all wealth, okay? They get richer and richer, they control everything, and everything belongs to the state or to a few people. That's communism, okay? That's real communism. And we, in the West, or even in Asia, even more in Asia in fact, in Russia even, we live in capitalistic societies, okay? At least that's how it's supposed to be, okay? In a society in which you are rewarded for your hard work, you are rewarded for your talents, you are rewarded because you work and at some point it will pay off, okay? It's a system in which you are supposed to be motivated to work hard because you will get ahead. You will be able to buy that house at some point, not for greed, but to provide comfort for your family, for your kids. You will be able to afford kids. You will be able to afford a nice car. You will be able to travel. You will be able to afford to go skiing, to go to the sea. You know what I'm saying? To invest for your future. There is light at the end of the tunnel. That's capitalism, simply put, okay? It's when, by providing value to the society, by working hard, you're able to buy stuff, to consume, to accumulate stuff, to get better off, to live in more comfort, okay? Very simply put, that is capitalism. That's when capitalism was so successful so far, because it was motivating people, there was hope. You could get ahead if you wanted to make it. You Americans, you know what I'm talking about when I say you can make it, man. Yeah, I like capitalism as well. I'm a capitalistic guy for sure. I hate communism. Okay, but the problem is, if you look at what's happening now in the entire world, capitalism is becoming communism, because basically now most people, they can't afford shit anymore. And no matter where, in the US, Canada, down under, in Australia it's even worse, in New Zealand it's insane, here in France it's getting tougher and tougher, in Western Europe, in the Netherlands, even in Russia, it's the same problem. Everything is cheaper, yeah, but the wages are very low as well. In Asia, in China, everything is, especially real estate, is getting more expensive. It's a global problem, unless you are using a international arbitrage, because of course your strong Western currencies will go further in third world countries or in developing countries, okay? Long story short. But what I'm saying is, most people now are just working to survive. Some even work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, just to be here, to eat, to have a roof on their table, to pay the rent, pay the groceries, pay the power bills, pay the gasoline, and feed their kids if they have kids, if they can afford kids, because some people, they don't want kids because they simply can't afford it. You know what I'm saying? So that's communism. We are in a capitalistic system, supposed to be capitalistic system, but we are living communism now. I think we have reached a kind of ceiling, and now most people are just working to survive. They can't get ahead. They can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. They are working to survive, to eat. You know what I'm saying? They're not working anymore to be able to invest and to be able to buy that house, to do important projects in their life. They cannot anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that reminds me communism. I think nowadays capitalism is becoming communism. That's the big problem, okay? And more wealth, is accumulated by a few people only. The rich are getting richer and richer. The poor are poorer and poorer. They're struggling anymore. There are a few rich people, accumulating everything, buying real estate en masse, the stock market, crypto, and so on. Companies, they own everything. And most people struggle now. You know, there is no incentive anymore to use your brain, to work hard, to launch a company, to climb the, you know, the ladder in a corporation, because no matter what you're doing now, you could be an entrepreneur, of course, a small entrepreneur. If you're Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, of course, it's different. Then you don't have any problem. But if you are a small entrepreneur, for example, here in France, a small entrepreneur, a freelancer, or a lazy official working in administration, they basically have the same purchasing power now, you know? It's the same. Everybody is more or less earning the same now. Some people make money, but they pay so much taxes that at the end of the day, it's the same purchasing power. You know, it's the same lifestyle. So give me a reason to work harder. Give me a reason to use your brain. Give me a reason to think outside of the box. For most people, you know, I still do it, but most people, they give up, you know, because there is no hope. There is no point. It doesn't make sense to work hard anymore. It doesn't make sense to make efforts, because the results are the same. Because you are living in communism. It's communism, guys. We are living in supposed to be capitalistic societies, but they have become communism. No matter what you do, you are just a slave among others, unless you are in the, not even in the 1%. You know, some say the new middle class are the millionaires, and I think it's true, because now, for example, in maybe not in France, but almost, we are getting there very quickly. But in other, for example, in Anglo countries, unless you're a millionaire, you're not in the middle class anymore. No. To be in the middle class, you need to be at least a millionaire, because owning a home makes you already a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. There's no hope for most people. We have reached the maximum of this capitalism. And it's a shame, because, yeah, as I was saying, I'm a capitalist. I believe in capitalism, you know. I believe in the American capitalistic system. It's the best system. But now it seems like something is getting very wrong, and a few people are accumulating everything. They will own everything. We will own nothing, basically. I mean, most people. And yeah, that's communism. In communism, the state, a few people, you know, own everything, and all the slaves own nothing, and they are told to be happy. They are told to be proud about their nation, you know, about, yeah, we are the Soviets, we are the Mao communists, blah 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 blah, you know, all that bullshit. Yeah, but you are dead poor, okay, and you're slaving your time and your health away for the state. And believe me, the officials from the state, they live very well. They have big mansions. They can afford everything. You know, they live a rich lifestyle. They don't live like communists. Okay, and that's the situation we are now in. It reminds me that situation, the communist situation. The communist situation my grandparents have lived, and I remember my grandfather was more than happy to move to a capitalist society in Europe, to be able to work and feel free. Okay. And they told me, my grandparents, when they were still alive, communism is hell, okay? And I believed it, you know, communism is hell. If this is communism what living here, I don't want to experience real communism, okay? Anyway, tell me what you think below in the description. And yeah, a last thought. What happens to this system? This capitalistic, becoming communist society, if nobody can afford shit anymore. No, this society is about producing, selling more stuff, selling, accumulating. Okay, but if nobody can afford shit, what's happening to the system? If everybody is too broke for it, you know, you still need rich, or you need slaves who are able to afford your stuff if you want to use your slave. But if your slaves can't afford shit anymore, what do? Well, your system collapses. I think. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it doesn't smell good, guys. It smells poop. And I don't know where we're going to, but I don't like it, man. I miss the real capitalistic society, like in the 70s, 80s, 90s in the US, like in the 80s, 90s here in France. You know, I see what my father did, you know. He lived in the real, you know, capitalistic society. Now it's turning communism, guys, and I don't like it. this capitalism is becoming communism. Anyway, I hope things will change. I believe people will be too fed up, at some point, and there will be a kind of revolution of something, And the most scary is it's a worldwide problem. You think you may be better off somewhere else? Yeah, it is. If you are using it's better there if you're using an international arbitrage, using your strong currencies in a country where the currency is very weak and where your purchasing power is stronger because you are a foreigner from the Western world. But for the locals, it's the same shit. No, it's the same struggle. It's the same struggle in Japan. It's the same struggle in Russia for the Russians, not for the foreigners, bragging online about how good Russia is. For the Chinese, it's the same. Not for the foreigners, of course, bragging about China with their strong currencies, okay, and bringing their Western baggage. It's the same everywhere. It seems like there's nowhere to flee, okay, other than a revolution. We'll see what happens, but it smells poop, guys. Tell me in the comment below what you think. What you think about this system, this capitalistic system becoming communism, and share. Don't forget to subscribe. Smash that like button. Check the links below in the description. Comment below, and talk to you soon. Have a good one, and we are out.